resorts. And Tushar has an announcement to make. Tushar,
on the other
one.
Our incoming DG Lata Subraidu is presently in USA, in San Diego. She is attending the International Assembly, which is essentially a conference for all the incoming DGs. She is returning back on 24th. 25th, Rotary Club of Airoli is hosting a welcome back fellowship for her. The invitation is open to all Rotarians. They are having it at the Juhu Club, the club in Juhu. The details will be forwarded on email. The charges are 950 rupees per head. Please send in your requests. There is a form that goes with it and details of payment. Thank you.
DG is okay for refresh them.
No, convener.
Yeah, okay.
No, I think we'll do it in the next meeting. There's still time.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's nothing much
May I
to discuss.
May I request Ravi to introduce our guest speaker today?
Is the light okay?
Sound thoda bada raha.
Okay. Good evening, friends. I think I gave a brief introduction of our speaker and guest tonight, Mr. Dinesh Vora, on the Shivratri Family Night. Today he's here in person. It would be right on my part to talk too much about him. But in brief, I can tell you this. I met Mr. Dinesh Vora about 3 years back, and we worked on a small event together. From that time, I also followed up on what he is. I was surprised to find that apart from really motivating people, he is also a customs officer, superintendent of customs at the Bombay Airport. Plus, he's an author by himself. I think if I can count, it's about 14 books so far.
Today it's 50.
Today it's 50. So here we go. So he's written about 15 books, all about positive thoughts, motivating yourself, lots of other things which I think he can talk better about. Apart from that, I was surprised to find out today when I went to visit his Facebook account, and I found that he's also a lyricist. He's written songs, and which has been sung by So I'm running out of words. And, we need to give him more time. So please, Mr. Vora, here's the audience for you.
This is better actually.
Absolutely fine.
Ye better.
It is better.
Ye better.
Very good evening, friends. Good evening, Namaskar. I'm Dinesh Vora, feeling very happy and delighted being here while addressing this esteemed set of people from Rotary Club of Deonar. I have been to such platforms before also, but whenever I meet people, it gives me immense delight because this is a platform which gives me an opportunity to learn more and more. When I reach anywhere, I go as a student only. And here also, I'm here as a student only, not as a teacher, not as a faculty, not as something, or not as a trainer. And I believe when illustrious people are sitting in front of me, those who are achievers, those who are winners, those who have accomplished many things in the life, what I can teach them? Nothing. So it's a right platform for me to learn from you that how you have carried your life beautifully till this point and how you're going to plan yourself in the future also. Mr. Ravi Shekhar, thank you very much for having invited me here, and thanks Rotary Club also for just giving me the nice, kind invitation. I wanted to come last month also, and maybe November also we could not materialize, but somehow it was designated on this year. Let me begin by greeting you all people. Let 2013 be a good year for you people, very auspicious and healthy year for you, and brings you lot peace. We are passing through difficult times. I think for the last few months, what's happening in this country is very disturbing, very volatile. Few days back, I was addressing a set of young students from a management institute. Those boys, 40 or 50 in number, I found them quite restless. I think the minds are volatile. Something was churning inside. And I asked few of them, and they said, what's happening around us is very disturbing. The picture being presented to us for the future is very bright. There is no doubt that India is an emerging economy. Things are turning positive. But what's happening at the ground level is extremely disturbing. On the face value, those students were chit-chatting with each other. They looked quite jolly good, but from inside they were restless. Probably a lot many of them has lacked the sense of direction. I mean it. That sense of direction was missing there. As if they are looking for some lacshya, some purpose, some objective, and asking certain questions to the people who are around us. It raises an important question. Where exactly we are heading for? In the last many decades, technologically this world has advanced. Every second day there is a new technical innovation, and we are coming across. If you buy suppose a cell phone today, maybe after 15 days I'll regret why I have bought this one. I could have waited 15 days, I got another model. But technologically we are well connected, well advanced, morally, psychologically, and socially, where exactly we are. We are going backwards to the Middle Ages. Our conduct, our purpose, our objective is taking us to the Middle Ages. The way we are behaving in the society, it concerns me. It creates anxiety in my mind. Of course, Raviji has said that I'm an officer in Government of India, there is no doubt. But I'm an educationist by nature, by birth, you can say. As an author of 15 books on the parenting, motivation, success, and lot many other subjects, I feel that I'm connected with the people, and many things needs to be done. Apart from that, little bit more came to me when I became a management speaker and spoke to a lot of students and people in the large audiences in the Gujarat also through Swaminarayan sect, and there I was speaking in Hindi language. I personally believe that people are willing to listen to you if you speak purposefully, if you got objective in your mind. Here, in this congregation, when I listen to people coming here and speaking that they have done A, B, C, whatever, for the people of this country, the people of this city, people from this particular segment, I feel happy and elated, absolutely delighted. That something is happening, constructively, positively, productively. When I look at some other platforms like Swaminarayan in the Gujarat also, there also I found that educationally they are doing something. Because Gujarat was one state where education was at the lowest ebb. People were preferring the business above the educational process. But when I went to Rajkot last year, and from the Swaminarayan Yogi Divine, they have got an institute, big institute, which starts from the nursery classes and goes up to engineering college in one campus. And I was surprised and shocked how all things put together. Yes. And Swami Hari Prasad told me that if a boy or girl enter here in the nursery classes, he or she should pass out with an engineering or MBA degree from this institute. Need not go. And what they emphasized more on the culture, samskaras, rather than the education. Because real education comes from samskaras only. Because other things are all logistics. ABC, all put together, nothing else. In a manner that, like I'm a writer, I'm a song composer, anybody can learn the music. He can go to a school. They can learn the sa, re, ga, ma, pa. They can learn some instruments, maybe the guitar, maybe the harmonium, maybe some other instruments. But composition is different thing. It's divine. It's just like you can learn A, B, C, D. You can learn how to write the sentences, but ultimately how to write is a different proposition. As a human being also, we believe that we are capable of doing, we can say that lot many more things, but not living, not doing. The four things which come to my mind, the four challenges which come to my mind, that how we can beat the things, is first to face, the first thing is the change, how to manage it. And everywhere faculties in management or all over, they speak how to manage the change. I need not elaborate on that. But the change in the demographic terms, in the geographical terms, economic terms, political terms, social terms, psychological terms, the change is big thing, it's happening everywhere. But more important than that is, second C, your capacities, your potential. How to deal with the capacities which are inbuilt, which are within you people. And here I find a lot many things can be done with people together, put together. The talent given by the God is almost at par whether we are dealing with the rural people or urban people. The potentials or you can say the abilities which are available are at par. But are we able to create an environment which will blossom those capacities and potential? Are we catering to those needs which are required by the people at different platforms, at different levels? I think Ravi told me just, I think an hour back, that a computer lab was given by this Rotary Club in some of the municipal schools here. And about 120 computers were donated and they're maintained by some of the towns. Now this is the connect. This is the realization that the capacities are available even in the municipal schools, in the rural, you can say, children, in the poor children, in the urban areas also. They also have the potential, they have the abilities, they have everything. Only thing they need is the right kind of environment where the ambience can be created, where the facilities can be given, and those buds can also blossom into full-blown flowers, fragrant flowers. If this thing can be done for few people here and some more people do something outside, this country is going to progress. Biggest challenge right now is the tapping of the potential in this country. Because the potential is huge. We are second to none in the world. Whether it's atomic technology or maybe the space technology or this technology or that technology. This is the biggest challenge for us. The capacities and potentials have to be tapped. One thing which I have noticed, being the faculty in the parenting subjects, that sometimes the parents fail in their duties to nurture their words. I'm talking about a thing about 5-6 years back it happened. One of my colleagues, he was rushing with his son to some other school, and I said, what's the matter? He said, today the result of his son, who has done his SSC, is going to be out. I said, all the best. Wish you all the best. The young boy was there. And when you get the result, just inform me. After about 1.5 hours, he came back, and I asked him, hope everything has gone well and your boy has fared well. But he had a gloomy face. His boy, young 15, 16-year-old boy, had a gloomy face. I said, what happened? Has he not fared well? It's real-time incident which I featured in my book also, 7 Traits of Highly Talented Children, whose Marathi version, Atyant Pratibhavan Mudache Sat Vashishte, also became a blockbuster in Marathi actually. And he said, I'm not happy with my boy. You're not happy. How much he has scored? He said only 95%. Real thing. 95% and you say you are not happy? No. Why? I expected him among the toppers of SSC this year. I said, but 95% is fabulous marks. And you're saying that there's not a smile on your face and this boy is looking gloomy? But no, I'm not happy. And look at the state of the boy. The last 2 years, he might have been going to the various coaching classes, schools and institutions. Maybe parents may not have allowed him to go outside for the play also, even for 1 hour, half an hour. And crashed in between, and worked hard, got 95% marks, and never got even a, you can say, my boy, you're done. These words, simple. Look at the state of that boy in nurturing. I could sense and something was wrong. Immediately I raised my hand. The young boy, congratulations, it's a fabulous performance. I'm so happy and I believe you can do well also. More than that. So, yes, uncle, thank you very much. And there was a faint smile on his face. And then I thought, how come we are treating our kids like mechanical parts? When they perform or conform to us given standards, we are happy. If they don't perform or conform, we can change them like a mechanical parts in a machine. Is it so? Are we nurturing human beings or are we treating with the machines? This is the stage today which is worrying me. This is the state which is creating the anxiety in my mind that we are converting our small children, young children, into the mechanical parts and expect them to score 95, 96, 97, and they are not known as a Rosie or Cookie or Abhay or Ajay, they are known as 95, 96 and 97. They are now numbers. So what we are doing today, we are converting our kids into numbers. That's a tragedy here. And how many parents in today's day are willing to treat their words as a human being? One fine day, one of the very big school in western suburbs, I was speaking, around 1,000 parents were there. And I raised this question, that why are we converting our kids into mechanical parts, into numbers? And you know what's happening? These days, these old boys and girls so much glued to their own life and their own world, so-called gadget words, that they do not have the time for parents, because parents are not sparing the quality time for their own kids. They're not sitting with them even for half an hour in a day. So old stories of the nani, dadi and all kind of things, they're gone for the toss. Buying a 50 rupee book or 100 rupee book or 500 rupee book, glossy book on the, you can say, the nani's tales and dadi's tales, it's not going to do anything good to them unless you sit beside and narrate those stories. That's the culture. That's something samskaras. That's missing. And that set of expectations is so high that we are unable to put them back as a human beings. As an end result, what will happen? And I thought this boy will grow one day, he'll become adult, he'll become independent financially, and on that day, the very first thing he will do, he'll kick his father out of his house. Yes. And father will say, मैंने जिंदगी में इतना कुछ इसके लिए किया, इसने देखो मेरे साथ क्या किया. But if you have converted your child into a mechanical part, what kind of treatment you can expect from him? Only that kind of treatment. So this is the way we are trying to nurture the people in the society. What we are converting, what we're doing right now is a conversion of a human beings into mechanical parts or some kind of machines. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you are going to get that kind of mechanical treatment from the kids only. And only you'll be the person who will be blaming every other thing apart from this particular fact that you are not nurtured them properly. So these capacities are much important issues. This potential is a much important issue at every level. If we can really tap those potentials, those capacities, even small kids, and then nurture them in such a way, in a human manner, with some scars, with some kind of culture, in a civic manner, civilized manner. The third C, which is very big C in this world, is competition. How to deal with the people. How to deal with all kind of the markets and economies and recessions and all kind of so-called upswings. Every day something. Survival of the fittest, the oldest theory by Darwin, is still prevalent and right. How to survive. Survival for a child, for a youngster, for a teenager, for an old man, I think the biggest challenge right now. And in market economy, it becomes more difficult how to survive further. How to make both ends meet every morning and every evening. And then the fourth C comes to mind, I think, which is one of the most important as far as today's age is concerned, the period is concerned, that the contentions. What kind of contentions the people are having? How are you going to deal with them? What's happening in this country in the last, you can say, the few weeks' time is very disturbing. I have spent my lifetime in intelligence wings of this country. Maybe my parent department is something which Raviji has spoken, but my lifetime has gone into the intelligence wings. Commander Saab also understands this one. National security has been the major issue which I have been handling. And the news feeds which are coming from the various quarters is very disturbing right now. As I said before, that the changes which are taking place right now in this subcontinent, particularly India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Burma also, that we are going back to the Middle Ages as far as thinking is concerned, thought process is concerned. People are behaving in a manner which is, you can say, not being fit for a human being. Their acts are also, you can say, in a way that it doesn't say that you are a good human being. The beheading of our soldiers, the feedback has been very poor. Armed forces are boiling right now, which has never happened before. Some of the indications which are emerging are extremely disturbing. From the intelligence wings, I can say these feedbacks are pretty bad. Even the security forces inside the country are also boiling because something is happening in the red areas, Naxalbari areas. And the people in general at India Gate and other places are also boiling. In such volatile times, difficult times, what you need is a strong leadership. The person who can provide you with a sense of direction, sense of purpose. It's not happening. In the history, if you look at, say, in this continent, the last 2,500 years, every time there had been a good leadership, maybe in the form of Ashoka or a Harshvardhan or Prithviraj Chauhan or an Akbar, it had been followed by a weak state of leadership, and that for many decades and sometimes for centuries. Very rarely a strong leadership comes. In our country, we had a strong leadership in the form of Mrs. Gandhi after independence. And after that, I think most of the leadership which has emerged here is pretty weak. They are able to put the people together, the country together. They are not in a position right now to connect with them and face them. I don't know. I have got my own worries in my mind as a person from intelligence wing that what's going to happen next year. Few statements which has emerged from some of the army chiefs and the Air Force chief, it had never been done before. Never a such kind of statement has emerged. Never without the political consensus or you can say the orders. Never. So this so-called akrosh in security forces, akrosh in armed forces, akrosh in general at the people's level is a dangerous phenomenon wherein we are heading towards a transition phase where there is going to be a huge journey, and socially, psychologically, mentally, we have to be ready to face those kind of challenges now. Because in the coming years and decades, it is not a challenge to put your child into good school. The challenge is to survive and how to maintain yourself in this country. Whether you're going to have a leadership which is going to guide you in the next coming decades, 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades. What's going to happen? From where that leadership will emerge? From where that strong contender which will take this country from, say, rags to riches, or from, you can say, ashes to phoenix. From where that will come? At your level. When the people fail to enter, say, the political arena, and they say it's an alien world, what happens? You leave the entire field open to the set of people who are out to exploit you at every level. They're out to loot you people, rob you people. And who can fight them? Who can fight with them? Only you people put together, people of this country. Question is not of democratic form or you can say the military rule or this rule. Question is, can we decide our destiny? And this destiny shall not be decided only at the family level. This destiny has to be decided at the national level, at state level, at district level. Intellectual work which is being carried out by Rotarians here or by the Lions Club or some other clubs is pretty good. But I'll be very happy if some very strong leadership emerges from these platforms who can lead this nation and state. The need is for one Ravi Shekhar, one this person, one this gentleman to come up and speak to the people in general. मुझे याद आता है कि मैं गुजरात में करीब 2000 लोगों को एड्रेस कर रहा था. मुझसे कहा गया था आप इंग्लिश में बात मत कीजिए, यहाँ पे हिंदी में बात कीजिए, क्योंकि यहाँ पे सब लोग नहीं समझ पाए थे, इंग्लिश मुश्किल हो जाएगा. तो मैंने उनको संबोधन किया. मैं 2 से 3 घंटे उनसे बात कर रहा था. बहुत इश्यूज पे मैंने उनसे बात किया. नरेंद्र मोदी साहब का वहाँ पे रूल है, काफी सालों से चल रहा है, तो आई नॉट गो इनटू द पॉलिटिकल एरिना और डोमेन व्हाट ही हैज डन और व्हाट ही हैज नॉट डन. लेकिन एक बात साफ नजर आती है उस स्टेट में जाके, जो रिपीटली मैं जाता रहा हूं, कि एक पुरानी कहावत है, मे बी बिफोर द इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ दिस कंट्री 1947, एक कहावत हुआ करती थी, आज जो बंगाल सोचता है कल वो सारा भारत सोचेगा. टुडे व्हाट Bengal thinks, tomorrow India will think. Bengal had that kind of intellectual power. Am I right, sir? And today, what Gujarat thinks, India will think tomorrow. What Gujarat will do today, India will do tomorrow.
Wow. Yes.
And I could sense these things in that state. Ki things are happening. It is not a rhetoric. It's not something that he's saying something. It is being converted into the tangible product, a practical product. Infrastructure is good. Roads are good. The houses which are coming up, they are also good. The overall affluence can be seen can be fed. Each and every sector. Even in the villages you go, 24-hour electricity is available. The only state in India which has got surplus power these days. Credit goes to somebody, and that somebody is called leadership. That somebody is called leadership, which is creating a sustainable, you can say, level of environment where you can prosper, you can invest, and then you can reap the harvest the way you want it to. Again, coming back to those capacities were tapped there. Those potentials were tapped there. Environment was provided there. If this environment can be provided, anybody can become Amitabh Bachchan, anybody can become Aishwarya Rai, anybody can become Shah Rukh Khan. A normal person like me, very normal person, who could have been lost somewhere, maybe in some of the gullies of this country, I emerged somewhere to do something remarkable or significant in life just because I wanted it to be, and created an environment which could have helped me to tap my, you can say, potential and capacities. I think it was 1993 when I asked a question myself that what exactly is a purpose for me in the life? Lot many times Maheshji will agree with me कि हम ये question training sessions में लोगों को रखते हैं कि अगर आपको जिंदगी में तरक्की करनी है तो आपका एक लक्ष्य होना चाहिए, एक पर्पस होना चाहिए, एक ऑब्जेक्टिव होना चाहिए, उनको पॉइंट वाइज समझाते भी हैं. But do we do it to yourself sometime? Do we sit and examine ourselves, reinvent ourselves, re-innovate ourselves? Very rarely. I asked this question to myself that what exactly is the road ahead of me? Is it the final frontier for me, the final domain, or something else I could do? And then I went back to the education process in 1993. I completed my post-graduation in computers with systems analysis and design in 1995 from NIIT, 2 years full-time. Came back, 95 to 98, I completed my MBA from Nursing Home Institute of Management Studies, 3 years part-time course from Mumbai University, with specialization in the HRD. And then I started speaking at various platforms as far as so-called seminars and trainings are concerned. Began as a trainer, slowly got converted to a motivator. And then 2003, it was a Christmas day when my first book, Success is Just 6 Steps Away, got released. It was a big blockbuster, went very well, sold very well. And then language editions came, they also sold pretty well. And thereafter, one after one, the many books came. And today is the day when my Marathi version of new English book, The Art of Powerful Communication, has got released before the release of English book. The English version is getting released maybe in a few weeks' time from Pune. So that was my 15th book, and 16th book will be my English version of The Art of Powerful Communication. Then management speakership, then the books, the authorship, the parenting, and speaking to various platforms. Then one fine day, I got an opportunity to be on KBC in 2001. In those days, a set of 10 people used to come, and next day, new set of 10 people used to be there. One person got that opportunity, I missed it. And my children, my wife asked me, क्या हुआ? मैंने कहा भाई वो fast finger जो होता है आपका उसमें थोड़ा miss out कर गया. तो मेरे बच्चों ने कहा पापा अपॉर्चुनिटी तो एक ही मिलती है, आप तो खुद कहते हैं और आप अवेयर नहीं कर पाते. Yes, I know. There is no doubt about it. And then in 2008-9, I got one more opportunity when a new channel, Real, came into India. That was a channel from the CNN IBN, first Hindi entertainment channel, Real, with collaboration, I think TNT was there. And a new program, same general knowledge-based program, Poker Face came. Again, I got selected through the auditions, and there were 6 people in the hot seat. The format was very different. That on every day there are 6 people and one person becomes winner, he wins 10 lakh rupees, and then on the next coming Sunday he goes to grand finale to win the 1 crore rupees. Incidentally, I won the prelims, won 10 lakh rupees on one of the days, and then I came back home, and my daughter, who's a doctor, she told me, Papa, this is the time, now don't miss it. I said, but there are 6 winners, 10 lakh rupees each, and they're all full of wisdom, very knowledgeable. तो उसने मुझसे एक शब्द कहा, अगर आप जीतना चाहते हो तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. अगर आप जीतना चाहते हो तो कोई आपको हरा नहीं सकता। कहता ये बात आप अपने सेशंस में भी लोगों को कहते हैं। जी मैं कहता now the time has come for you to convert that into a product. Right. I went there. The shoot was almost for 3 hours in Karjat, that's ND studio, within the side studio. I think that was one of the biggest tests for me in my life, because question is not about the questions. Question is about the face, the challenges. The question is about the pressure, because it's a pressure cooker situation when you are the final round. And the amount is 1 crore. Now to answer it or not to answer it. Now to go back and withdraw or remain there. That pressure was immense. First time in my life, and that was also Christmas Day, 25th of December 2008, that maximum pressure came to me. I felt that yes, maybe my BP might have been something around 200 at that. But I was ready for my time, and I had the confidence in me and my ability. I said no, I'll stick to it today. Maybe I'll carry 1 crore or I'll carry 0. I'll not fall in between, because my children have also warned me that you can come back blank, no problem, but go for 1 crore. Don't withdraw. I said fine, I'll do it. And same thing happened. I didn't withdraw, and I won rupees 1 crore. Only 12 people so far have been very fortunate in India to have 1 crore on any of the reality show, whether it's Poker Face or KBC or some other television programs. I feel I was fortunate and lucky enough to be there, and I personally feel that I could handle the pressure pretty well. Same thing I think applies to our lives also. Can we handle the pressure? Can we nurture the talents? Can we nurture ourselves? Can we nurture our growth? Can we do something significant to ourselves in the coming days, which will convert ourselves into a tangible or a practical product, which will be valued by the people? And then again I asked the question to myself, is this the final frontier? And I said no. Something more should come to me. I shall learn something, because for 15 years I had one more passion, which very few people knew about it, and that was the astrology and numerology. And slowly I was emerging as a good astrologer, and then one of the television channels, I won't name it, they called me, and I did few programs, and based on that channel, then News 24 and E24 called me to do the programs, live programs on television. I did that one also, a lot of programs. But later on it became very, very hectic, because presentation of 1 hour of live program on TV is very difficult. You need to go for preparation for 2 days for that. So I had to quit the program in between. But that gave me a standing, that gave me the confidence that if you have some kind of potential or capacities, abilities, you should put the efforts to convert yourself into a good product. I personally feel all the people who are sitting in front of me here have got immense talent. Absolutely sure, 100% confident that your talent is absolutely fantastic and fabulous. You have done a lot many things to other people who are outside in your domain, in Rotarians. But someday, this is not the final frontier. As far as your personal achievements are concerned, as far as nurturing is concerned, as far as growth is concerned, the time has come when we can re-examine ourselves, reinvent ourselves, irrespective of the age. 35, 45, 55, 60, 65, we can begin well. We can still do the things, and we can convert ourselves into star campaigners. बहुत सिंपल सी बात है, अगर हम अपने साथ न्याय नहीं कर सकते तो हम किसी के साथ न्याय नहीं कर सकते। अगर हम अपने लक्ष्य को नहीं पा सकते तो हम दूसरे की मदद नहीं कर सकते जो वो लक्ष्य पाना चाहते हैं। अगर हम चेंज को मैनेज नहीं कर सकते तो हम दूसरे की मदद नहीं कर सकते वो चेंज को मैनेज कर सकते। अगर हम अपने आप को नहीं समझ सकते तो हम दूसरे को नहीं समझ सकते। बड़ी सिंपल सी बात है। तो जरूरी ये है कि पहले हम खुद को समझ जाएं, खुद को मैनेज करें, उसके बाद कोशिश करें कि दूसरों को चेंज करें और दूसरों को मैनेज करें। मेरा कहने का मतलब यहाँ पे ये नहीं कि मैं यहाँ पे फैकल्टी हूँ या टीचर हूँ, मैं एक स्टूडेंट हूँ और आप लोग बहुत बड़े अचीवर्स हैं अपने फील्ड में। कोई यहाँ पे इंजीनियर है, कोई डॉक्टर है, कोई मैनेजमेंट एक्सपर्ट है, कोई ट्रेनर है, कोई नेवी से आए हैं, कोई आर्म फोर्सेस से आए हैं लोग, कोई टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड से आए हैं, कुछ टीचर्स हैं, अलग अलग डोमेन से लोग आए हैं। सब लोग विद्वान हैं, सब लोग समझदार हैं। जहां जाता हूं अच्छे लोग मिलते हैं। लोग कहते हैं बुरे लोग हैं, लेकिन अच्छे लोगों की कमी नहीं है इस दुनिया में। लेकिन अच्छे लोग शायद एक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं। शायद यही एक प्रॉब्लम है कि अच्छे लोगों को जो एक्ट करना है इस देश में वो नहीं कर रहे हैं। और व्हाट इज विजिबल राइट नाउ आर द एक्ट्स ऑफ बैड पीपल, द पीपल who are got can say seen on the screen everywhere, TV screens, are the people who are perpetrators of the crime. The good people stories are not coming out. Why? Why there is no narration of the good people and their achievements, you can say that their accomplishments, they are also winners. लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं ब्रांडिंग हो रहा है, प्रमोशन हो रहा है, तो बुरे लोगों का, बुरी चीजों का। ऐसा जरूरत सबसे बड़ी इस चीज की है कि आप लोग खड़े। You need to stand up today if you want a better India, a good India tomorrow. If today you don't stand up, I'm sorry, it's only the culprits, the criminals who stand up and rule this nation. My journey in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and some other states as a general speaker, as a common speaker to the people has been in that direction. मैंने लोगों से ये कहने की कोशिश की है कि प्लीज अच्छे के लिए लड़े, अच्छे के लिए खड़ा हो, अच्छे को वोट करें, अच्छे को इलेक्ट करें, ताकि इस पार्लियामेंट के अंदर आधे रेपिस्ट और क्रिमिनल्स और मर्डरर्स ना, क्योंकि वो वहां पे रहेंगे तो आपके लिए कौन सा अच्छा कानून पास होगा, किसको सजा मिलेगी, कौन जेल में जाएगा। मैं आपका बहुत ज्यादा वक्त नहीं लूंगा, आपका वक्त बहुत कीमती है। आपके पराठे बहुत अच्छे थे, साथ में कर्ड भी बहुत अच्छा था, चाय बहुत अच्छी थी, और सबसे अच्छा था आपका मुस्कान, आपकी मुस्कुराहट, आपकी स्माइल जो थी। मैं ये समझता हूँ कि आपने मुझे यहाँ बुलाया, उसके लिए मैं तहे दिल से आपका शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। आपने मुझे इस काबिल समझा। जिंदगी में कोई बहुत ज्यादा मैं अचीव नहीं कर पाया हूँ, जहाँ तक पहुँचा हूँ सोचता हूँ कि ईश्वर की बहुत मेहरबानी है, आप लोगों की कृपा है, आप लोगों की शुभकामनाएं। अपनी ओर से नेशनल सिक्योरिटी के डोमेन में जाके जो मैं कर सकता हूँ इस देश के लिए वो मैं कर रहा हूँ। उसके बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा एलाबोरेट नहीं कर पाऊंगा, बता भी नहीं पाऊंगा मैं, लेकिन एज एन एजुकेशनिस्ट जो कर रहा हूँ, एज ए फैकल्टी इन पेरेंटिंग सब्जेक्ट्स जो कर रहा हूँ, एज ए ट्रेनर्स जो कर रहा हूँ, मोटिवेटर जो कर रहा हूँ, थोड़ा बहुत जो आता है उसको मैं शेयर करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। हर महीने 2-3 जगह ऐसी जाने की कोशिश करता हूँ जहाँ लोगों से कनेक्ट कर सकूँ, और विलेजेस में बहुत जाता हूँ, छोटी जगह पर बहुत जा रहा हूँ, कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। आप लोग भी निकलते हैं, आप लोग भी जा रहे हैं, अच्छे काम कर रहे हैं, कंप्यूटर लैब्स प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, लोगों से कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं, बहुत सारी सोशल एक्टिविटीज आप कर रहे हैं। शायद कितने ही डेकेड्स हो गए हैं यहाँ पे इस किस्म के क्लब्स जो बहुत सारी चीजें कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उसके बारे में कोई प्रमोशन नहीं है। लोग उसके बारे में जानते नहीं कि आप कितना अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। एक मर्डर होता है तो खबर बहुत जोर से आती है, लेकिन आपका जो अच्छा कार्य पिछले कई डेकेड से चल रहा है उसको कोई रिकॉग्निशन नहीं आता कहीं पे, सिवाय इसके कि आपके कुछ लोग यहाँ आएंगे, बैठेंगे, लेकिन प्रमोशन नहीं है उसका, एक ब्रांड एक्सरसाइज नहीं है कहीं। तो कहीं ना कहीं आज की इस दुनिया के अंदर अपने आप को प्रमोट करने की जरूरत है, अपने आप को आगे बताने की जरूरत है कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं। और आप में से बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इंडिविजुअल कैपेसिटी में बहुत कुछ करना चाहते हैं, वो भी कर रहे हैं, तो ब्रांड प्रमोशन बहुत जरूरी है कम से कम। ये ठीक है कि अच्छे लोग बहुत ज्यादा मंच पे सामने नहीं आते हैं, वो बहुत शाई किस्म के लोग होते हैं, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं I think in today's world the good people need to come forward and stand here and speak, not just on this platform, each and every platform in this country where they can have immense value as far as their saying is concerned, their speeches are concerned, if they have to connect with the masses. With these words, I'll take your leave. I'll say thank you very much. God bless you. Again, for giving me this opportunity to speak this esteemed set of people, this august company. God bless you and God bless Rotary. Thanks for
Before we propose the formal vote of thanks, just any questions that any of the audience would like to have our guest speaker?
Just one question.
Sir.
Vora sir. The 4 points you said, the one I have written down is the change. You have quite nicely regulated that. One second was potential and capacity.
Capacity.
The third was the competition. And the last one?
Contentions. Contentions.
Contentions.
Sir, the maximum 90% of the voters in our country are literate and educated people. That is where we need to create changes. Basic changes. जो 200 रुपए में 900 रुपए लेके वोट बेच देते हैं अपना. Changes वहाँ लानी है सर. हम यहाँ पर changes लाकर we all are quite knowing with what we are doing. But every time there is election, 900 rupees से लेके 2000 रुपए में सर एक वोट बिक जाता है. That is where we need to get the changes done.
Youngsters
And
like
that's
you
how-
can bring the change.
That is something we need. I think we all need guidance as to how to do that. How to change the mentality of those basic people.
We need to go out. We need to go out to rural areas. We need to speak to the people. We need to connect with them and make them understand of their value actually. We are not doing that. And if youngsters like you can go out and go to the rural areas and make them understand the value of their vote, only then it can happen. But how many people are moving out? How many people? How many people understand this sense of responsibility to go out and speak to people and connect with them? Very few. The moment these youngsters wake up and go to those areas and connect with them, the change is bound to happen and it will happen. This is my promise to you. Maybe 5 more years, 10 more years, this is bound to happen. This will take place.
The youth of today appears to be more connected to the reality. They also seem to have realized that they have come out.
They want change. And they want change immediately now. They can't wait. It's an impatient lot right now.
The impatient lot doesn't want to work to bring change. They talk about change day in and day out and still sit in front of their computer and chat on Facebook, and they expect that by popularizing the things on the Facebook they will bring the change. No, it cannot, because most of the people don't see Facebook. The labor, the villagers, they don't, the people are not getting connected to the reality.
I totally respect your views, but I would say something on this subject right now. We are living in a times where social connectivity is a big issue, whether Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, whatever it might be, or maybe the other platforms are there. When times are changing and young aspirations are changing, I think we have to connect with them also. I believe Facebook is not a bad medium. Use and abuse of a medium are two diametrically opposite things. If we use the medium, it is beneficial to us. If we misuse the medium, I think it will create the absurd things in a society. The question is to have right now a balancing act, a balancing think pattern, that yes, we need to respect each and every emerging new pattern in the society. Facebook is a new pattern, LinkedIn is a new pattern, Twitter is a new pattern, and there are a lot many more technological new patterns are emerging. We cannot overlook them. We have to embrace them. If we don't embrace those platforms, social connectivity platforms, we are missing out. Somewhere we need to flow with the young people and young minds. I personally feel that I am flowing with the young minds. When I go to Facebook, I try to understand their set of aspirations, what they want. And if I make them understand, that they can have responsibility, a sense of responsibility in dealing with various issues, like it has happened at India Gate, in that so-called revolution, in gang rape. I think you people were responsible through Facebook and other social media platforms to create that kind of environment where government was compelled to come up with some kind of practical steps which could have pacified the things. Thank you very much, and thanks to you also. So kind of you. I respect you. I have great regard for you, sir.
These very people, they are very good at that. They should carry on doing that, but they should also go to the masses who are not connected with Facebook.
Sir,
let them.
जरूर जाएंगे सर, जरूर जाएंगे. हम कोशिश करेंगे, हम ऐसा environment create करेंगे, जरूर जाएंगे. I'm with you also, and I'm with the young masses also, sir.
Before I request Tushar to give us the formal vote of thanks, which is his prerogative as President-elect, there is a project that is coming up for the Deonar maternity home. We're planning to put up 2 incubators. They don't have a single incubator. Imagine in a place like Shivaji Nagar where the baby is being born on a continuous
On an average 200 per month.
And 2 incubators is likely to cost about 90,000 rupees. So Kannan is going to follow up. He's been trying to procure through Prasad Mahadevan. Okay. My humble request is kindly connect us to those people who may be willing to sponsor or whatever it is. Kannan, would you like to say anything? Yeah, quickly.
Friends, one of RA's thrust areas as well as district thrust areas is women and child projects we are carrying out under these thrust areas. And especially in our Deonar maternity home, 3 areas, Govandi, Deonar and Shivaji Nagar. Predominantly very poor people they live. They have no access to much of medical facilities. Deonar maternity home, we are trying to donate 2 incubators for the newborn incubators. What's happening is that practically they don't have this kind of facilities in that area. The cost of it is about 45,000 per incubator. Around 90,000 will be the total cost, and we can reduce the infant mortality rate to a large extent. So I request my fellow retirees to contribute as much as possible, 500,000, whatever is possible towards this cause. And of course, Sridhar is also told us to reduce influence from the club also. 1,000 rupees from my side. Anybody?
By check, please give me a check. I'll take a check.
I'll check. Please contact me.
Now may I request Tushar to propose a formal vote of thanks.
Thank you all for coming here today. I think it was a meeting well worth attending. We've had some absolutely inspiring and motivational words spoken by Mr. Dinesh Vora. I particularly like the fact that his 1 crore came primarily because of the motivation of his children to him. So he has actually expressed how his own motivation has, propelled himself to come this far. And one of the important things for us to take back from here is, as he said towards the end, that it's all it takes for bad people to do, the damage in the world is for good people to do nothing. So I think that's a take-home message we can all, imbibe into us, and I hope we can take this forward from here. So I thank you a lot, Mr. Vora, for a wonderful speech. Just present you with a token.
On behalf of our club is a coffee book, 25 years of service to community. There's a small list about it. Thank you. It's one of the books that I have. Thank you so very much for a wonderful evening. So good. Over to Captain Shekhar for the secretarial announcements.
Today's attendance was 42, including 29 Rotarians. Our next meeting will be at BPGC next Thursday, 24th Jan at 19:30.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you. My request is those of you who have not had a bite, kindly partake of it before you retire.